What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So the promised roadmap, is it still coming? Where on earth is this? Where on earth is the new game plus mode that was meant to be coming to this game as well? So that's what this video is all about, because it's one of the most crucial things to this game's survival and existence as a whole in the next coming months, if not early couple of weeks from now. So absolutely crucial. What on earth is going on? Now, if you missed the video earlier today, we were talking about community ideas, again, which are crucial to the games in terms of actually being changed and added. So if that is of your interest, go ahead and check that episode out. The link will be in the description below. But let's dive into this video, because initially it was posted in Reddit, or on Reddit should I say, and then it literally got over 100 comments, and well, it's very interesting, because the post does say, as you can see on screen, the promised roadmap is coming, right? Guys, we were promised several times a roadmap, but where is it? Every day we basically speculate and all, but nothing official. It's been months since release, and then they tagged in Crystal Dynamics Phil, who's of course one of the creative directors, who basically needs to, I guess, in some sort of way respond to this, because he's one of the people that have been basically discussing the roadmap for the last couple of months now, saying that it's still in the works and, you know, it will be with us very soon. So this is what defines a lot of things, because when it comes down to the roadmap, that's where we're going to find out loads of stuff regarding just new endgame content, but the DLC characters as well. Now, there were a few comments that did say, well, people want a roadmap, but obviously, you know, they need to stick to dates, right, and just let the devs get back on track. Now, this is very much kind of like 50-50, because still they're working from home and all that kind of stuff, but people said it's been like 4 months since release and we've basically only had Kate Bishop, so we should at least have a roadmap, because even if it's not extremely detailed, I think a roadmap to say, okay, hey, these are the characters that are 100% being implemented into the game in 2021, and this is when you should be able to expect them. So we don't actually get like a confirmed date, we just get a TBD basically, which is what someone even suggested on this thread, which was basically the most, I guess, relevant thing and way to move forward, or should I say more appropriate way to move forward with this, because that way things can get delayed and no one would technically be too bothered, because you was never really waiting until like March or February, for example, with a specific date, and then they tell you like a week or two before that, hey, it's no longer happening on like February the 16th, for example, right? So I think just their plans would be crucial and important as a whole to the community. That's what we need. But on top of that, where is the new Game Plus mode? Now, I have strong and high expectations. It's probably the best way to describe how I'm feeling right now, that I genuinely think the new Game Plus mode is going to be in January. Now, with the new Game Plus mode, will allow you to basically replay the campaign. The reason I say early January, or just January in general, is because it's also been implemented in people's games by mistake, right? So you can actually see like a logo on your map that says like reassemble, for example. So it's already been tested as well, so we know it's basically done. But with adding something like that, that naturally would just be the new Game Plus mode as well. And then we know we're meant to be expecting Hawkeye as well come January. Again, not official, just purely of speculation, but we're still going off very valid evidence that basically shows that, hey, it is actually going to be January, it's a no-brainer. But the problem is, this is where things get worrying, because I keep saying it every video now, right? A lot of people are saying, well, I genuinely think we're not even going to get past, right, we're basically going to have Black Panther, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, and then that's going to be it. The plug for this game is going to get pulled. Square are just going to basically look at the game overall and be like, well, yeah, we should probably stop throwing cash at the game, because the player base is still low, we're not getting any sales in the game marketplace, and overall it's not worth it, right? So that's what the worry is, and I don't think that is what's a good thing as a whole. It's an extremely worrying situation in my opinion, but this is where the roadmap would basically just answer all of these questions. Now, fair enough, we're not actually going to find out any information now until next week, so we're going through this drought period, which is basically just a holiday season anyway, so it's not a bad thing. It's not like they've just disappeared, but a lot of people are just saying, well, the game's just gone into maintenance mode anyway, right? they're just keeping the game stable from where we basically stand now with all the content we have. So don't even worry about what's going to be coming in the future. But I don't think that's the problem. I think what it comes down to is that the devs just don't have as much as a say as we basically think they do. And when I say that, like, if you were high up in like Square Enix, for example, Crystal Dynamics, right? Well, it'd be more Crystal Dynamics, the people who are actually developing the game. If you were even high up in that, you couldn't be like, okay, let's release this roadmap, right? You still have to go through all the publishers and everything like that, all the people that are invested in the game as well, right? There's so many people that have to authorize something just to get a go ahead. Like, it's absolutely crazy that in some sort of way things are still working like this with these big PR things in place, and it actually destroys a game. A game that has gone through like a PR nightmare as well, not just a rocky launch, or be not Crystal Dynamics, Cyberpunk, right? That was a game that had high expectations, but when you go through like the solid route of, you know, you have to go through X, Y, and Z being approved, and then if you get close to like a release date and you're like, oh crap, no, this is not polished enough, and then you got someone badgering on at you who's like invested millions into your project, who then just says, no, you have to go ahead and release it, otherwise you just can't do it, or whatever, right? You got legal things in place, so you have to go and release it, and then you just fix it as it goes along. That's basically Crystal Dynamics, in my opinion. Again, I don't know any of the inside stuff, but that's purely going off my speculation and kind of having some sort of idea, like a gist idea of how things work behind the scenes. And it sucks so bad because, of course, the developers are the ones that get stones and everything thrown at them, right? They're at, you know, the beginning of the firing line, and like everyone else is like way back. You don't even know who to fire at after that because they're just hidden. So this is a problem. The devs are not the problem. It's, I think, the whole PR stuff and just the people that are more high up when it comes down to publishing things for games like this, that have a much bigger say than the actual developing team. I think that's a big problem, and I think that's what's harming video games in general right now. But I do want you guys to get in the comments below, be completely transparent. Do you think I'm talking a load of crap, or do you think I'm actually standing with a valid point? I think I am, because it's right in our faces. There are multiple games that are still going through this and just literally being considered a flop, right? You can't deny that. Is that the crucial problem, or is it not? I think that's what's stopping the roadmap, but that's just an opinion. Guys, that is going to wrap up this video here. As always, subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. But till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.